These two teams were supposed to play on Tuesday night like the varsity team did, but the field conditions in Waterloo were not conducive to play baseball, so that was called off. And this will be the first and only meeting between these two JV teams this evening. Last games for both teams. Waterloo on Monday took care of the Whitewater Whippets 11-3. Difference in that game was 9 runs in the 4th inning, where they sent 13 batters to the plate. Cambridge JV's last game was a win over Lake Mills a week ago Thursday by 11-7. Back and forth contest in that one. Cambridge, however, scoring 5 in the 5th and then 2 more in the 7th to seal that victory. Set the Waterloo batting lineup for you. Leading off, playing center field, Wyatt Toy. Number 2, Sawyer Tobias. His first start of the season after breaking his wrist before the season even started. Nice to see him in the starting lineup. Tobias at shortstop. Ryan Hunter up in the 3rd spot. Hunter as the catcher. Avery Peachy will be on the bump. He's in the cleanup spot. Dylan Rufner batting 5th. He's at first base. Luis Perez Garcia will be in the 6th hole. He's at 3rd. Emmanuel Granados, your 7th hitter in right field. Batting 8th, Leo Rodriguez Lara, the 2nd baseman. Batting 9th, Chase Ring. He's your left fielder. And Waterloo will use the extra hitter in bat 10 today, and that would be Braden Sayer. He is your extra hitter. So your Waterloo lineup here is Toy, Tobias, Hunter, Peachy, Rufner, Perez Garcia, Granados, Rodriguez Lara, and Ring, and Sayer as number 10. On the hill for Cambridge JV is Blake Nottestead. "72 degrees, warmest day of the spring by far for baseball in Wisconsin. Toy comes up empty on that first pitch. Strike 1. And Toy leaves that one alone upstairs, even by a ball and a strike. Wind swirling a little bit, but probably blowing more in from the east, which would be left field. Pitch to Toy is upstairs, 2-1. Not much of a backstop here between home plate and where I'm sitting, probably about 10 yards, maybe 30 feet. And that is up. Ooh, did he check his swing? Going to check Peel? No, he did not swing. Toy able to check his swing. 3-1 count. And that is up high to Toy. And he will end up rounding the base. So nobody out and a runner on first brings up Tobias. Sawyer comes some action in Monday's game against Whitewater. Late inning substitution. Takes that one inside for a ball. 1-0. Toy is off with the pitch, taken for a strike, and the throw down to second is to the shortstop side of second base. And Toy with a stolen base and a runner in scoring position for Tobias with a 1-1 count. And Tobias comes up empty And he's behind 1-2. That is outside a ball. And down low, gets by the catcher, and Toy will move up to third. And Tobias in a full count with nobody out here in the top of the first. And Tobias swings underneath that one for the first out of the inning. Brings up Ryan Hunter. Normally in the fifth spot, but moved up to third today. And that first one's over his head. Morgan, the Blue Jays catcher, is having to work this first inning already. And Hunter leaves that one alone. That is low and inside. 2-0. And Hunter leaves that one alone. Goes back to the fence. And Toy will come in to score. And Waterloo will take a 1-0 lead with bases empty. Three and 0 to Hunter. Inside, misses, and Hunter will take first. Brings up Avery Peachy with a runner aboard. Hunter only with about a step and a half lead over there. Peachy sees that first one and pops that up into shallow center. Looks like it's going to fall. Hunter stays at first. And the throw comes in wildly over the shortstop's head. Hunter will be safe at second. So give Peachy a single on that one. Runners on first and second with one down. Peachy swinging at the first pitch. Brings up Dylan Ruffner. And Ruffner swings and misses at that curveball. 59 on the outside corner. And he leaves that one alone. A little further outside. Was able to keep his bat from going through the strike zone. Even at a ball and a strike. And Ruffner with a tapper foul outside of third. He's in a hole 1-2. Well, it actually feels like it might be blown out to right. That's up high. Even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside a ball, 3-2. And Ruffner pops that one up. I believe that is going to be an infield fly rule. That's infield fly. Batter is out. So 2 down. With runners on first and second. Brings up Luis Perez Garcia. First pitch swinging and fouls that one over the Blue Jay dugout. that's high and tight. Big secondary lead out there by Hunter at second. And Rodriguez cannot catch up to that one. Sorry, Perez Garcia. I should know that by now. 1-2 hole. And that is outside. That ball gets past the catcher, and Hunter and Peachy will take an extra base. So 2-2 to Luis. Chance to drive in a couple with something out on the outfield grass here. And a grounder to second. Gloved over there and on to first to retire the side. But the Pirates score one, Strand two. Through 1/2 inning of play, it's Waterloo 1. Blue Jays coming up. Give me the Cambridge lineup here. Leading off, number 3, Nathan Ron. Batting second, number 2, Bryce Ron. Batting third, number 7, Tanner Furseth. Cleanup hole is number 8, Ben Radloff. Batting fifth, Blake Nodstead. Nodstead, number 23. In the sixth spot, Noah Rice. Noah is number 15. Number 4, Jacob Olson, batting seventh. Colin Winkler, number 16, batting eighth. In the ninth spot, Grant Morgan. He's also number 9. And the Blue Jays will also incorporate an extra hitter. That is number 10, Aiden Osborne. So the lineup for the Blue Jays, Ron Furseth, Radloff, Nodstead, Rice, Olson, Winkler, Morgan, and then Osborne. Defense for Waterloo. Peachy on the mound. Behind the plate, Ryan Hunter. First to third, Dylan Rufner at first. Leo Rodriguez Lara at second. Sawyer Tobias at short. Luis Perez Garcia at third. Outfield left to right. Left field is Chase Ring. Center field Wyatt Toy. And right field is manned by Emmanuel Granados. So Peachy will finish up his warm-up tosses here. And we will be to live baseball here momentarily. Pirates plating 1 in the top of the first to take an early 1-0 lead. First pitch by Peachy is down low. Nice stop by Hunter. A little high. 2-0. That will hit the lower outside corner at 67. Peachy still behind, 2-1. And that's another pitch, same spot, this time at 69. And it's 2-2. And Peachy misses that curveball way up high. Full count to the leadoff hitter, Nathan Ron. And misses down low. So an opening batter walk issued by Peachy. And brings up Bryce Ron. Rufner will hold Ron on at first. Two-step lead over there. Curveball in there for a strike on the outside corner. Peachy prefers to work out of the windup. And Peachy delivers. Down low, ball one. Peachy throws over to first. Back in time is Ron. Big lead over there at first. And he's going to take off. Throws high. Throw down to second. Is just late. So runner on second for the Blue Jays. Officials timeout to clean off the base. Up high ball. 3-1. And that is pop foul, and Rufner giving chase, but that is out of play. So full count now. Peachy wants that baseball back. Peachy delivers outside. So back-to-back walks to start the game. Setting up a force at first, second, or third, but still not what you want. Brings up the second baseman, Tanner Furseth. And swung on and missed. And a tapper to first. Rufner will take that one and get the first sure out. Runners move up to second and third. Oh, we got one out. So 4 unassisted if you score with us at home. Brings up Blake Notstead. And Peachy misses outside a ball. And throw over to third. Back in time. And Peachy delivers home up high. 2-0. And that's up high, 3-0. And that's right down the middle at 68 for a strike. 3-1 count. And that is foul tipped into the glove, but that's only the second strike. 3-2. Sorry, this is Ben Radloff. I thought this was Blake Notstead. I was off a player. And that is swung on and missed. And Radloff goes down swinging. 2 outs now. And brings up Blake Notstead. First pitch to him is down low, and I stop by Hunter to possibly prevent a run. That just misses outside. 2-0. And down low, good stop by Hunter. First base is open. 3-0 count. 2 walks already in the inning for Peachy. And make that 3. So bases are loaded with the 2 outs. Brings up Noah Rice, left-hander, playing left field today. And Peachy's first pitch is swung on and grounded. Backhand stop by the second baseman and on to Rufner. Nice play over there by Rodriguez Lara. Normally the shortstop in this game, but prevents a run from scoring, and the Blue Jays leave the bases loaded through 1 inning of play. Waterloo 1, Blue Jays nothing. 2 up for the Pirates. 7, 8, 9 hitters, Granados, Rodriguez Lara, and Ring. Warm-up pitch is complete. We're going to zoom out on this a little bit so we can see the pitcher a little bit better here. There we go. Maybe a little too far now, but that's okay. And first pitch to Granados is behind him, ball 1. And up high to Granados, 2-0. Waterloo with a run on a wild pitch. And that's the difference in this game. Granados with a 2-0 count. Gets out of the way of that one, 3-0. And that is inside. Granados walks on 4 straight. Brings up Leo Rodriguez Lara. Made that great play at second last half inning and can't hold up on that one. And swing and a miss. Two-step lead over there by Granados at first. He's off with the pitch. Take it for a strike. Throw is up the first base side of second. And Granados with a stolen base. 0-2 to Rodriguez. And taken low and outside. 1-2. And pop up to the first baseman. Well, second baseman will drift over and it will fall and hit the grass. Heading to third is Granados. He's in there safely. Rodriguez will hold at first. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Brings up Chase Ring. Playing left field today. And up high to him. Ball one. Rodriguez holds, and that pitch is outside 2-0. And bounces down low. Rodriguez will take second. And runners on second and third with nobody out, and a 3-0 count to Ring. That is in there for a strike at 62. That wind feels like it's blown out to center. That is down low, and Ring walks. So bases loaded and nobody down. Brings up Braden Sayre, and we will have a coaching visit to the mound for the Blue Jays. Waterloo varsity team is at the Cambridge High School. So Braden Sayre is standing in now. And first pitch is fouled over the third base. A little less pull on that. That's going to fall and possibly drive in too. Good cut, though, by Sayre. He's in an 0-1 hole, though. And that is in tight. Jumps out of the way of that one, even at a ball and a strike. And Braden, late swing on that one. One-two hole. And that is down low. Good stop by the catcher. 2-2. And that is strike three on the outside corner. First out of the inning. And brings up Wyatt Toy. Still with the bases loaded. And Toy leaves that one alone, and that is outside a ball. That's a good 2-strike pitch right there. Probably get the batter to go fishing. 1-0 count to Toy. And takes that one foul just outside of third. And Toy comes up empty on that pitch. 1-2. And that is up high, back to the fence. And Granados will hold at third. And a shot too short, and that will double off Rodriguez at second. And the Pirates strand the bases, or strand two. Failed to score with the bases loaded, nobody out. So an inning and a half, they still lead it 1-0. So due up for Cambridge, 7, 8, 9 hitters: Jacob Olson, Colin Winkler, and Grant Morgan. Peachy with his warm-up tosses. Yeah, unfortunate mishap there. Rodriguez thinking that was going to get through. And the shortstop taking a couple of steps to his left. Gloves that, and the momentum carried him and the throw to second to complete the double play. Brings up Jacob Olson, the center fielder. First pitch by Peachy is spiked into the dirt down low. And Peachy contacts that one, and that is caught out there by Toy. Had to backpedal just a little bit, and off to his left. Solidly hit. He doesn't catch that. That's going to roll for a while. No fence here at Cambridge Elementary. So one down and nobody out. Brings up Colin Winkler. Geez, 3 lefties in the lineup. Waterloo doesn't even have one. First pitch by Peachy, and that is way back to the fence. And rolls right back to Hunter. I don't know if I would have done that. I would have started with a whole new baseball. Peachy looks like he lost the grip on that one. 1-0 count, and he delivers outside a ball. 2-0. And that's at the bottom of the zone. No fish in there. And that is swung on and missed. Peachy still behind 3-1. And defensive swing there, 3-2 now. And Peachy delivers. Strike 3 called for the second out of the inning. 2 outs, bases empty. And brings up the catcher, Grant Morgan. And that is up high. Peachy missing something on that release point, that it's curveballs staying upstairs. 1-0 pitch, and that is inside, and Morgan is plunked. So a 2-out hit by pitch. And the Blue Jays with the tying run aboard. Brings up Aiden Osborne, the extra hitter. But a step and a half lead over there by Morgan, and the pitch is low, ball 1 to Osborne. And fouled into the fence. Even now at a ball and a strike. So we will have a pinch runner for Morgan. Winkler, who made the last out. Number 16 will come in and pinch run for him. And Peachy delivers right down the middle at 67. He's ahead. 1-2. And pitch swung on and missed. And that's it for the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Line out to center, and in between there was a walk. And through 2 innings of play, Waterloo 1, Cambridge nothing. Pitchers duel in the varsity game. Top of the third with 2 outs for Waterloo Jays and Aubert for the Pirates. Two for Waterloo, Tobias Hunter and Peachy. And up high a ball. And Tobias comes up empty. 1-1. And Tobias with a bloop out to left. Going to be caught out there by Noah Rice for the first out of the inning. Contact for Tobias. He's now 0 for 2 and brings up Ryan Hunter. Up high to Hunter. And bounces in there for a ball. The other night against Whitewater, Hunter got hit twice when the ball bounced in front of the plate and then bounced and hit him in the leg. Ball was still in play, so it counts as a hit batter. 2-0 to Hunter, and that pitch is upstairs, 3-0. Peachy waits on deck. And big stop sign on that one. Hunter still ahead 3-1. And Hunter fouls that one off the umpire's mask. And he's run it full. I have to adjust my camera in the next half inning. Looks like it tilted a little bit here. All right, we will fix it now. And that might have been a little too far this time, but that's okay. So Hunter stands in with a full count. And that is outside a ball. And Hunter walks for his second time. One out walk brings up Peachy, who had a bloop single to right his first time up. And curveball down low. 1-0 to Peachy. Let's see if he can get something to drive here. Once again, no fence. To the weeds in left, it's about 300, I think. Peachy reaches out and going to be off the glove of the right fielder. Peachy digging for second. Hunter looking like he's going for third. And they are both upstanding. Peachy didn't stop running. So second and third and only one out. Brings up Dylan Rufner with a chance to drive in two. Ball down low. Gets away from him, and Hunter will stay it for third base. Once again, short backstop between the plate and the fence here, probably only about 10 yards. However, the only run in the game, Toy chanced it and scored for the Pirates in the first. And that is back off the fence. Hunter with a little bit more of a secondary lead. He's going to hold. And 2-0. And Rufner with a tapper to the shortstop. That will do the job and will get Hunter home and move Peachy up to third. So ground out RBI for Rufner. And the Pirates lead it 2-0. And that one gets away from the catcher. Down low pitch, and Perez Garcia takes that for a ball. Perez Garcia takes that one inside, 2-0. That is down low and back to the fence. And Peachy will stay at third with a 3-0 count. Perez Garcia reaches here. Granados waits on deck. And in there for a strike. That's a big stop sign on that one with 2 outs. And the third runner sitting at third. Third run, I should say, sitting at third base. That is swung on and missed. 3-2. And that is down low. Good block there, but Perez Garcia will walk. First and third with 2 outs. Brings up Emmanuel Granados. And grounder between the hole at third and short. Shortstop gloves that one. And out by half a step. Oh, yeah, he bobbled it. We're going to stay safe. Peachy comes in. First and second. You say he bobbled it. And first one taking ball 1 there. And Waterloo up 3-0. 2-0 to Leo. Doubled off a second in the first inning. Second inning, actually. That's down in there for a strike at 58. And Leo leaves that one off alone. Down low. 3-1 count to him. Chase Ring rates on deck if Leo reaches. And a tapper foul off the plate. And full count. Runners will get a head start. And that is in there for a strike at the letters. And the side is retired. But the Pirates pick up 2 more. Strand 2. And through 2.5 innings of play, they lead it 3-0. Peachy done with his warm-up tosses, and we are back to live baseball. Top of the order for Cambridge, Ron, and Furseth. Nate will be the first one. Nate Ron walked in the first. Opening pitch here is down low ball. That's a swing. Foul ball, maybe. 1-1. And there's another one swung on and into the glove of Hunter. Peachy way ahead, 1-2. And curveball misses outside. Two-two count. Peachy delivers. Up high ball, 3-2. And upstairs, he lost him. So, second walk for Nathan Ron in the game. I believe it might be the fourth for Peachy in 2+ innings of work. Brings up Bryce Ron. Nathan Ron with a big 2.5 step lead over there. Coming down and taking for a ball. And he's called safe. The ball beat him there. I think the tag might have been high. So unfortunately, it's a 1-0 count with a runner in scoring position for the Blue Jays. And nobody out. And Peachy delivers. That's in there for a strike at 65 on the outside corner. And that one's fouled off and into the back fencing and off a post and over to Rufner. He'll corral that one and throw that back to Peachy. 1-2 count to Bryce Ron, the shortstop for the Blue Jays today. And Peachy delivers. Curveball. And that will be over to Rodriguez. His only play is at first. And retires Ron. But the other Ron moves up to third with 1 out. Brings up Tanner Furseth. And that hits the outside corner at 68. Peachy's finding something on the outside corner. That's what Bryce Ron took to second. To move his brother or cousin at. The one's upstairs. It swung on and missed. Peachy ahead 0-2. And that is swung on and missed. And Peachy with his third strikeout of the game, I believe. And 2 outs. Still a runner on third for the Blue Jays. Peachy delivers up high a ball. I believe Radloff struck out in the first inning. Playing first today. And Peachy misses up high, 2-0. May only be the third inning, but you don't want to bring the tying run to the plate, especially at a field that has no fence. And that is down low. Nice stop by Hunter to keep Nathan Ron at third. Peachy in a 3-0 hole. And that is upstairs. So 4-pitch walk. And runners on first and third with 2 down. Brings up Blake Nottestead. who he himself walked on 4 straight pitches, I believe, in the first inning. And that is a line shot off the foot. I think it hit him, but will hit the runner, I believe, but it was foul. He was standing in foul territory. So Peachy ahead 0-1. And pitches down low. Good stop by Hunter. The runner will move up to second. That doesn't mean anything right now. Second and third with 2 down. 1-1 count to Nodstead. And that is inside a ball. And that is fouled into the fence. 2-2 count, I believe. Come on, Avery, get out of here. There it is. Strike 3. Curveball at the knees, bottom of the zone. And the side is retired. Blue Jays strand runners on second and third and fail to score through 3 innings of play. Waterloo maintains a 3-0 lead. So Peachy's gotten out of a couple of jams in the first 3 innings to keep the Blue Jays at 0. 9, 10, and then back to the top of the order for the Pirates. Ring, Sayer, and Toy scheduled. I don't know if anybody else is even in the dugout. I think they only have 10 here, so, and I think that might be all that the Blue Jays have as well. So pitching change for the Blue Jays. Noah Rice moves from left field to pitcher. And it's a lefty in there for a strike. I'll have to see if that's a straight switch or whether we've got some other defensive changes here. And that's inside a ball. And late on the swing was Ring, and he's behind 1-2. Down low a ball, 2-2. And Ring stays alive and falls that one off. And that is high and outside, 3-2. Well, Nottestead has moved to first base. Fouled straight back, staying alive is Ring. I can't tell if Radloff is in left or not. Ring, 3-2 pitch. Inside, he walks. So, full pitch walk. Full count walk, I should say. And leadoff batter is aboard for the Pirates. And swung on and missed. Gets by the catcher, and he's going to trot down to second, try to steal. And he is out. So, attempt to steal. And Ring is cut down. That is high and outside. Looks like number 7 has moved to left field. I don't know who that is. Outside. That was called a strike. That is outside. I don't know if it's 1-2. And that is behind Sayre. Full count. And Sayre comes up empty for the second out of the inning. Brings up Wyatt Toy with nobody aboard. Toy behind 0-1. And Toy pops that one over short. And that might fall, and it will, into the Bermuda Triangle between center, left, and shortstop. 2-out single for Toy. And brings up Tobias. Strikeout and a pop-out. His first 2 times up, and swung on and missed at that low pitch. Couldn't hold off, 0-1. And Tobias comes up empty there. And Tobias with a shot out to center. Is that going to fall? That will fall as well. Back-to-back singles for the Pirates with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. And that brings up Ryan Hunter. And Hunter loops that one into left. And Toy will be coming around home, and he will slide in safe ahead of the tag. And the Pirates are up 4-0. First and second. And brings up Avery Peachy with 2 down. And Peachy found one he liked and popped that one up on the infield. And it looks like first baseman will take that for the out. And the side is retired, but Pirates pick up one more, strand 2. Through 3.5, they lead it 4-0. See if we can get a varsity score here for you. And it looks like Cambridge with a 1-0 lead. That game is in the bottom of the 5th. Short, bobbled by Janke, and Harbert came around to score. That's the only scoring in the varsity game. Harbert for the Blue Jays, that is. Rice, Olson, and Winkler, the original starting lineup. I don't know if number 7, the left fielder, will come into bat or if he'll have to, unless he was just taking the field. First pitch of the 4th. Peachy in there at the knees, swung on and missed by Rice. Came on to pitch in the top of this inning. Another pitch in there at 65. Peachy ahead 0-2. Hunter setting up low and just missed. Tried to hit that same pitch that he struck out Nozdad the last half inning. Or the last inning, I should say, not half inning. And there it is, foul tip. Staying alive at 1-2. That's down low, 2-2. That's upstairs, 3-2. There it is. So those opening batter walks again for Peachy. 3 out of the 4 innings he's issued. An opening batter walk, I should say, brings up Olson, the center fielder. And calling a balk. He twisted his shoulders. Okay. Well, a balk on Peachy. We'll move the runner to second. Don't have to worry about a stolen base now. Must have moved his shoulder towards home before he started. And Peachy delivers home. Ball 2. No, ball 1. That first pitch was not a pitch. Tobias moving in behind the runner, but Peachy delivers home. Curveball missed outside. And that is upstairs, 3-0. And that is inside. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Brings up Colin Winkler. No bunt there, and that is in there for a strike. Oh no, called it a ball, it's high. And that's way outside. 2-0. And that's inside, 3-0. And that is outside. So 3 walks to start the 4th. Brings up Grant Morgan. We will have a coaching visit to the mound here quickly. Bringing the entire infield, Will Merkel. I think he would like Peachy to get through this inning. His velocity isn't down. He's just not able to get the aim. Now you've got Rufner that can probably pitch. And Toy as well. Granados, I don't think, pitched in Monday's game. So a few pitchers available. Hopefully without a run here in the 4th. And that pitching change won't be made until the 5th. Rufner in on the corner. And that is fouled back. Peachy finally with a strike to Grant Morgan. And that is up high. Perez Garcia at normal depth. And that is inside. Dropped by Hunter. apparently that hit him. So everybody will move up a base, and Cambridge with their first run on the board. And bases are still loaded. Brings up Aiden Osborne. And that is left high for a ball. And that is swung on and missed at the bottom of the zone. Even now at a ball and a strike. And that is swung on and missed. And that is missed down low. Good stop by Hunter. 2-2. And that is swung on. So 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. Bases still loaded. And back to the top of the order in Nathan Ron. Nate, I believe he goes by. Nate Ron. Pitch is in there for a strike. That is down low, 1-1. That is in there. Pop foul over the Blue Jay dugout. And it's a 1-2 count. Curveball misses outside. And swung on and missed for the second out. So 2 down with the bases loaded. So a balk and a hit batter pretty much is what allowed Cambridge to get this run across. But Peachy with 2 outs and comes inside, misses a ball. Base is still loaded. Rufner back to normal depth, playing behind the runner at first. And that is up high, ball 2. And that is outside a ball. That is in there for a strike. And that is a shot out to right. Emmanuel Granados will have that for the 3rd out. And the side is retired, but Cambridge scores 1. And they strand the bases loaded. So through 4 innings of play, it is Waterloo 4, Cambridge 1. Five, 6, and 7 hitters due up for Waterloo: Rufner, Perez Garcia, and Granados. Varsity score is now 2-0 Cambridge over Waterloo. So I was trying to figure out the defensive changes for you. I said I didn't know who number 7 was out in left field last half inning, but that's actually Tanner Furseth, who started at second. And the second baseman, Bryce Ron, moved from short. And your shortstop is Ben Radloff, who started at first. And Nottestad is your first baseman. So 5 moving parts on that pitching change last inning for Cambridge. Dylan Rufner to lead off the 5th in a 4-1 Waterloo lead. Takes that first pitch and pops that up to the pitcher, or second base will actually carry it a little bit. So 1 pitch, 1 out. I heard somebody in the dugout saying, hang on to it. I know when this team was in Poynette a week ago, Dylan had a problem holding onto his bat. And first pitch to Perez Garcia is taken for a ball upstairs. Waterloo at 4-3 on the season, Cambridge at 5-2. And that is down low through the wickets. Of Morgan. He will get that back into Rice. 2-0 count. That is outside a ball. Unable to squeeze that again. We need some of those when runners are on base. Get some free 90 feet passes. But Perez Garcia is ahead 3-0. And that is outside. So a 1-out walk. And Waterloo with a runner aboard. Radloff will put that away for the second out. So 2 outs via the first pitch. Efficient outs for Rice in this half of inning number 5. Outside of the walk to Perez Garcia on 4 straight pitches. Brings up Rodriguez Lara. That pitch is high to him, ball 1. No fence and no lights here. Sun is still hanging up in the air, or hanging up in the sky out there. And that is outside a ball. Rodriguez Lara ahead 2-0. If he were to reach, Chase Ring is on deck. Wyatt Toy warming up in the bullpen. Looks like he will be coming in the next half inning. That to Leo. And he's ahead 3-0. And that is down low. And back-to-back walks after, not back-to-back walks, 2 walks in the inning, should say. Runners on first and second with Chase Ring. Your batter. And behind that, Rice delivers. That's up high to Ring. 2-1 the count with the next pitch. That is down low. And Ring way ahead, 3-1. And Ring a little behind on that one. Two, got to protect. That is low. Ball 4. Bases are now loaded. And brings up Braden Sayer with 2 outs. And grounder outside of third. It hugged the line for a little bit, but then went foul just before it got to third base. And that's strike 1. And strike 2 on the inside corner. Oh, and that is swung on and missed. And that ends the Waterloo threat in the top of the 5th. Strand, the base is loaded. Through 4.5 innings, it remains Waterloo 4, Cambridge 1. Go through for the defensive alignment changes here. Toy will be on the mound. Ring, your former extra hitter, moves out to right. Granados moves from right to center. Peachy moves to third. And Rodriguez Lara, no, check that. Perez Garcia moves to second. So Rodriguez Lara becomes your extra hitter. Ring stays in left. So similar to Cambridge, we have a five-person movement in positions. So Toy finishes his warm-up tosses, and we'll be back to live baseball here with Waterloo holding a 4-1 lead. in the bottom of the fifth. Toy's first pitch bounces in there for a ball. And second pitch is upstairs, 2-0. That is down low, 3-0. And that is swung on and missed. Firth, Tanner Furseth still ahead. 3-1. And outside the ball, take your base. So the trend that Peachy started in allowing the first runner to reach via the base on balls is continuing on through Toy. One on and nobody out. Toy delivers home. That's over the head of Radloff. 4-ball. Toy doesn't look at the runner. He delivers home just high. 2-0. And delivers home. That is swung on and fouled over the Waterloo dugout. 2-1 the count. And that is up high. 3-1. Control issues here for Toy to start the inning. Step and a half lead over at first. Toy delivers that one. Swung on and missed. It's a full count now. 3-2. Let's see if Radloff can hit this at somebody. We can turn 2. And Toy leaves that one in the dirt. And runners on first and second now for Cambridge. And nobody out. Brings up Nottestead. And Toy leaves that one upstairs, 1-0. And that is down low, back to the fence. And runner will move up 90 feet. On the wild pitch. And that is swung on and popped up. Dropped out there by Ring. And a run will score. On the throw to third, runner moves up to second. So second, third, still nobody out, and another run in. It's now 4-2. Noah Rice. First pitch to him, tap foul behind the plate. Toy ahead 0-1. And Toy's pitch is in there for a strike in the outside corner at 52. He's ahead 0-2. And that is up high. 1-2. And Toy delivers. Swung on and missed. They need to throw to first to complete the out, and they will do that. Runner from third holds. Radloff doesn't go anywhere. So runners are still on second and third, but at least one down in the inning now. Brings up Olson, the center fielder. And that's up high, ball one. And that is swung on and missed. Nice pitch. Bottom of the zone. 1-1. That just misses on the outside corner. 2-1 to count. And that is swung on and missed at 71. I don't know where Toy found that fastball, but he's ahead. And there it is. Swung on and missed. At 68, 2 down now. And the third of the low. Ball one. First base is open, but we don't want to worry about that. We want to get the batter here. And that's swung on and missed. That's a good pitch, but just misses outside. 2-1. Toy delivers. Swung on and fouled into the fence. And it's 2-2. Shadow's getting a little longer by the batters in the batter's box. You can see they're in the far green foul territory there. Long third, 2-2. And that is low. That's a good spot, especially to a right-handed batter. But full count. Once again, bases loaded, or first base open. And that is popped up and out of play into the fencing. Runners were on the move from second and third. So we'll do it again at 3-2. And that is flying out to left. Ring, it will fall in front of him. And two runners will come in to score. Ring gets it into third. Peachy thrown over to second. So this game is tied at 4. Ooh, the runner on second with 2 out. Brings up Morgan, the catcher. Inside, misses a ball. And that's a swing and a miss. Even at a ball and a strike. Outside, a ball. 2-1. That misses outside. 3-1. That is fouled into the Cambridge dugout. Full count. And Toy misses inside. And a 2-out walk. Runners now on first and second. Looking for a courtesy runner at first. Brings up Aiden Osborne. Bottom of the order. Definitely want to get this guy. There's a strike one. Don't want the bases loaded with the top of the order up. And Toy, 2 pitches in a row, 2 swings and misses. One more and we can get out of here with a tie through 5. And Toy misses inside. That's where he missed with the last pitch that walked Morgan. And swung on and missed. And that will end the inning. Toy gives up 3 and a couple of errors out and left. But through 5 innings of play, it is now 4-4. Final from Cambridge High School. Cambridge 2, Waterloo 1. Waterloo able to plate a run in the 7th inning. Bullock singled on a fly ball to right. And all the way for Waterloo. Albert with 6 innings pitched, 5 strikeouts, 3 hits only, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 2 walks, total of 79 pitches for Albert. That will mean he will be unable to pitch on Saturday for the varsity team. But we are back to live baseball here in the top of the 6th and top of the order. Due up and Wyatt Toy. New pitcher for the Blue Jays. Bryce Ron takes over. And Toy pops one. And that will be foul and out of play. So a number of changes for Cambridge. Again with this pitching change, I see Furseth is back at second where he started. Toy with a tapper foul. So it looks like Rice is back in left where he started as well. So it's just that those 3 that switched. So Toy behind 0-2, and that is a curveball inside that misses 1-2. Four to four. And Toy Grounds one foul outside of third. He stays alive. We'll do it again at 1-2. Toy still behind, 1-2. Or 2-2. That's a curveball, missed high at 54. Should be a full count. Base runners are needed. And that is high and outside. Toy walks to lead off the sixth. Brings up Sawyer Tobias with Toy on first. Toy with about a two-step lead over there. And delivers home. Ball low. Ooh, that's a strike. 0-1. And Toy takes off. Take it for a strike to Tobias, and the throw is to the first base side of second. And Toy will have second base stolen. Runner in scoring position now for the Pirates, but Tobias in an 0-2 hole. Was that an attempt at a hidden ball trick? Shortstop was hanging onto the ball for a while. And a grounder through the hole at short into left field. Toy will come in to score. Throw is cut off at short. And a single by Tobias and an RBI, and Waterloo has the lead back 5-4. Brings up Ryan Hunter. And Tobias with a big lead, and Hunter with a line shot to left. Station to station for the Pirates here, and runners on first and second with nobody out. Brings up Avery Peachy. And Peachy swings and misses at that curveball. Actually foul tip. Behind 0-1. And that is inside, no swing. Runners will move up to second and third without a throw. So Peachy even at a ball and a strike. Chance to drive in two more possibly if he can find a gap. And that is low and outside. Good stop by Morgan behind the plate. Peachy ahead 2-1. And a grounder through the hole into left field. Tobias will score, gets past the left fielder. Hunter coming around to score. And Waterloo with a 6-3 lead with a single by Peachy. Excuse me, not 6-3, 7-4. Still nobody out. Peachy with a two-step lead over there. He holds, and that is inside to Rufner. He will take first. Leads the league in hit batsman of 4. And Luis Perez Garcia stands in now. And that is a ball. A good curveball. And Perez Garcia with a grounder back to first. Throw on to second for the retired Rufner. And turns into a double play. So Peachy moves up to third with 2 down now. And Emmanuel Granados will stand in. And Emmanuel with the grounder to third, gloved over there and on to first to retire Granados. But the Pirates pick up 3 big runs. Through 5.5, they lead it 7-4. Toy back on the mound for his second inning of work. I want to bring you information on upcoming games for these two teams. Waterloo JV will be in Partyville next week, Monday. Both teams actually will be in action next Monday, the 28th. Waterloo travels to Partyville, and the Blue Jays will host Stoughton. I believe varsity will also be playing Stoughton at the high school. The Blue Jays, that is. Waterloo will be the JV team will be by themselves. The varsity team will not take on Partyville until the end of May, I believe the second last game of the season, on the 23rd. So I get to play on the new, I believe it's Hebel, H-E-B-L, the Hebel Field, which is only a couple years old. I was reading a little bit about that today. So top of the order back up for the Blue Jays, Nate Ron, Bryce Ron, and then Tanner Furseth. Opening pitch by Toy is down low and outside a ball. And popped foul and out of play. One and one count. And Toy misses high and outside, ball 2. Couldn't catch up with it. And instead of a leadoff walk, it's still a leadoff runner aboard. This time a single for the Blue Jays. Brings up Bryce Ron. Big lead over there at first. And popped up. And gonna get out there, and Granados with a nice sliding catch. He will pick it up and throw to first. And not in time, but nice catch. A head first catch by Granados. He wasn't going to miss this one. And first out of the inning. Nathan Ron back to first. And grounder up the middle. Going to be picked, and no play for the runner at second. Tough play anyway. I don't think they would have had him at first either. But runners on first and second. Aggressive at the plate this half inning for Cambridge. Brings up Ben Redloff. And down low off the mask of the umpire, and the runner from second will move up to third. So runners on the corners with only one down. And it's a 1-0 count. Oh, yep, we'll have an alignment or assignment or a call when runners on first and third. Deliver home by Toy, and swung on and missed. Even at a ball and a strike, I believe. How about a tailor-made double play here? That would be really nice. That is a grounder outside of third. No, he called it fair. So, Peachy made a attempt at that, but unable to come up with that. Runners on first and second. And it's 7-5 now. And that will be it for Toy today. Have a pitching change here. And bring in Dylan Rufner, first baseman. And Toy will move to first. So we will take a timeout here during the pitching change. Waterloo leads at 7-5, but Cambridge with runners on first and second. And one out. Rufner is ready. First pitch by Rufner, up high, a ball. So a straight switch between Toy and Rufner. Rufner delivers home and misses outside. Good stop by Hunter to keep the runners at their bases. 2-0. And That is down low, 3-0. And misses on 4 straight. So bases will be loaded. Yes, bases will be loaded with only 1 out. Brings up Noah Rice. And first pitch to him is in there for a strike. And that is inside a ball, just missed. 1-1. And Rufner, another one inside. 2-1. And that is swung on and missed. At the bottom of the zone, it's 2-2 now. Rufner delivers. Just missed inside. Full count. I think Dylan wanted that one, but it's 3-2. Come get him with this one. And there it is. Swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. So Rice down on strikes brings up Jacob Olson. And that is swung on and missed. Nice pitch there by Rufner. And Rufner delivers, tap, foul, and out of play. Varsity players back there fighting for it. Looks like it's recovered by Aiden Arians. And Rufner ahead 0-2. And Rufner, not a bad waste of a pitch outside at 52. Still ahead 1-2. And swung on and missed. And the side is retired. But Cambridge picks up 1 run. And strands the bases loaded for the second or third time in the game. And that will do it. So Waterloo with a 7-5 victory over Cambridge. Both teams now with 5-3 records. This will be the only time they meet. This year. Once again, the final score from Cambridge Elementary, Waterloo 7, Cambridge 5.